The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are for information purposes only. The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, legal, or investment advice. It is the intention of the author of the Sun Sign News that the daily horoscopes be used in conjunction with one's own common sense and, if warranted, the advisement of a professional and licensed physician, psychologist, attorney, or investment advisor. Welcome to another edition of the Sun Sign News. Today's horoscopic reading is for Wednesday, July 19th, 2023, calculated for sunrise, Eastern Standard Time, and beginning with the sign currently occupied by the sun. Cancer! In career matters, you are positioned for victory, but be wary of a friend's or business associate's radical views. Today's planetary positions put you in a very strong position regarding money matters, and your instincts for profitable ventures are likely to be on target. The early morning through noon is your most fortunate time for financial decisions. Romantic potential is strong, and your partner is likely to appreciate a quick getaway. Lastly, and while there is a need to guard against sprains and strains, your potential performance in competitive sports or athletic pursuits should be near its peak. Leo, if you take a gentle approach to it, you have the potential to get your way when it comes to some significant thing at work or in the practice of your profession. However, and still career-related, towards the evening be prepared for something completely out of left field. In terms of money, something that you have been wanting can be within your reach today. The potential for romance is looking pretty good today, and regarding potential athletic performance, we're giving your sign a rating of above average. Virgo, sorry for the bad news, but today we see the potential for either a friend or a business associate to either backstab you or to do something that is so colossally stupid that it leaves you stressed out through the evening. And the persistence of restrictions in money matters probably doesn't make this any easier to deal with. Hey, at least intimate relationships are scheduled to go well, and once again, your partner could supply you with some valuable ideas or insights as to how to effectively deal with career-related issues. Lastly, if you're involved in competitive sports, we're not advising you to volunteer to sit on the bench, but we are forecasting that on a day like this, it might be all you can do just to keep up. If playing sports in the evening, you need to guard against injury. Libra. According to the stars, career matters are slated to go your way, and the day's events should bring you closer to your goals and aspirations. From early morning and up until about noon, a victory of some sort is very possible. Money matters still look to be a little tight, but you could benefit from your partner's generosity. As a matter of fact, you could benefit in other ways from your partner's generosity today too. If involved in athletic pursuits, we're giving your sign's potential a rating of slightly above average, with the morning being the better part of the day for physical pursuits. Scorpio. Whether employed or self-employed, career matters look strong for your sign today. International trade should be considered very fortunate. Money matters look good for the day, and in this regard, the day's planetary positions suggest that you should follow your instincts. The potential for romance is strong throughout the day and with no specific hindrance. Athletically, your sign's potential performance should be close to peak. Team efforts will be much stronger in the morning, and in the evening, a personal rivalry could get ugly. Sagittarius. In our assessment of the stars for your sign's career-related matters today, we believe that you yourself will have your act together, but the environment around you is likely to be pure chaos. To clarify, and as examples of possible manifestations, this could mean that coworkers or employees are confused, or management is misdirected, or that there is something going on in the physical workplace like a broken air conditioner, etc. Money matters should show some improvement today, but romantic potential is looking so-so. If involved in competitive sports, we're forecasting your sign's potential performance as being high enough to leave the other team or your opponent shaking in his or her sneakers. Capricorn. If employed or self-employed, This is the day when you might have to put your foot down with coworkers or employees and say, enough is enough, and demand that others carry their fair share of the load. Financial matters are looking solid, and your partner could have a brilliant money-making idea. Speaking of your partner, it looks like another very fortunate day when it comes to romance. Too bad some of your good fortune in romance isn't rubbing off on your potential in sports and athletics, because the best rating we can give your sign for today is slightly below average. Aquarius. Career matters are looking less than ideal today. However, if your work relies upon your creativity or ingenuity, then these matters can be considered fortunate. With the exception of gambling, money matters are looking very strong for your sign today. Romantic potential is also looking very strong for your sign, and a little emotional hand-holding could score some major points with your significant other. However, there is the potential for something to upend plans made for tonight. Unfortunately, your sign's potential athletic performance is likely to be somewhere around slightly below average. Pisces. At work or in the practice of your profession, things should go very well through the day, but tonight you could have to deal with something unexpected like a glitch in communications technology. Money matters are still looking a little shaky, and once again we continue to advise against joint purchases. Romance is looking so-so for today, but early morning through noon is the best part of the day. In athletics or competitive sports, you should be a monster on the track, field, court, etc., but there is a need to guard against injury, particularly to your feet. Aries. Sorry, Rams, but it looks like another day of restrictions and/or aggravations related to career matters. The exception to this is creative or intellectual endeavors, which do have some good fortune, but even these will do better from morning until about noon rather than in the later part of the day. Money matters are solid, but a loss can come in the evening either through gambling or speculation, or perhaps an unexpected household repair. Romance is certainly in the air for your sign, but so too is bickering and occasionally taking a figurative swipe at one another. Fortunately, if involved in athletics or competitive sports, you can count on your speed, strength, and agility being there when you need it, but you do need to guard against injury. Taurus. Career matters should go well today, but anything involving communications will benefit from being undertaken from early morning up until about noon. Money matters are similar in that things should be solid, but any transaction or purchase will benefit from being undertaken in the morning and up until about noon. Romance is looking pretty good for today, but once again, it looks like your partner will be looking for you to take the lead and hopefully have an idea or two for something in the way of fun. Athletic performance should prove to be good throughout the day, but towards the evening, you must guard against injury. Gemini. Once again, we see today's stellar influences benefiting your sign in career matters, supplying you with the needed energy and good fortune to overcome obstacles, as well as carry out your secret plans for breaking free from backstabbing coworkers and despotic managers. Speaking of which, today, someone may have something to say about you. Behind your back, that is. Money matters are especially fortunate today, and your luckiest time is from early morning up until about noon. Romance is also looking really fortunate, but the stars show a strong desire for privacy and even an inclination towards secretive romantic meetings. Athletic potential is looking good for the day as well, but there is a pronounced need to guard against sunburn and dehydration. If you have enjoyed the audio version of the Sun Sign News, we ask that you give us a thumbs up and even subscribe to this channel if you are so inclined. That will help keep us on the air and delivering a daily dose of cynicism and sarcasm wrapped in a supercharged daily sun sign horoscope. And remember, don't blame us.